Today I thought it would be interesting to show you with a video what I've been working on this term. First of all, you can see a picture of my studio. So this is a typical day in the studio at college. And here is the front page of my sketchbook, which I think you can see all of it now. So I'll show you a bit closer. This page, my first page of the sketchbook, is where I was planning out what I was going to be doing this term, what I was going to be exploring. And as you can see in the centre, it's all about the goddess and magical art, which is what I like to make. And in the diagram, there are 4 different areas. Yeah, 4 different areas that look a bit like clouds, I suppose. And here is the first, which is the medium that I'm most interested in working with, which is encaustic wax, which is beeswax and resin mixed together. And I make my own. And here are some lovely words describing the qualities of that medium and the reason that I like it, that it has this luminous quality that light shines through it, and it smells beautiful. It's a very sensual thing to work with, encaustic medium. And of course, it is linked to the honey bee, the bees. Very natural. An alchemical process. And over here are the magical qualities that I'm trying to capture in my work. Goddess symbols, and that sense of things that are ethereal and mysterious, subtle, the unseen realities. Working with light and shadow, of course, and symbols. And here are some bees, which relate to the bee goddess Melissa, and obviously the medium that I'm working with. And down here, some words relating to the technical methods that I'm using, which all centres around the modern day cauldron, the crock pot, where the wax is melted and mixed with resin to make it strong. And it's a layered process, layers suggesting time, adding more meaning and depth to the work. Down here is my dissertation title, An Exploration into the Paleolithic Sculpture known as the Venus of Whole Fells, from a goddess feminist perspective. So this sculpture is one of the Venus figurines that has been discovered in Paleolithic times, that is like Ice Age times, and investigating the sculpture from a goddess feminist perspective. Over here are my influences, because it doesn't come from nowhere. We are influenced by one another. And obviously the topic of my dissertation is a big influence, and the research that I've done around it. These words refer to the Venus figurine, the ancient figurine. Mysterious, we don't truly understand, but perhaps we can sense why she was made. Artists that have guided me with the process, particularly the encaustic process, and the artists and art styles that I admire. Many influences here, and of course feminism. And the dotted lines that go from one area to another that you can see highlighted in yellow all over. These are links between different areas in my practice. So if we follow a magical trail up here, it leads us across to luscious, translucent, ancient, luminous, illuminating, all qualities that are within the medium. And then we can continue to follow down here, and those qualities, translucence, etc., link with the ivory that the goddess of whole fells is made of. Another property, another material that has this luminescence, this translucence, just like wax. And we can go round and round following these trails. It's like joining the dots. The modern day cauldron, up to magical, and off along another path. To the goddess, to the Paleolithic goddess, to feminism, and so on. So this is like a picture of all the things that are inside my head at the start of this term, all of the things that I wanted to investigate and work with, that I was thinking about in making the work that I've made. I find this a really good way to start a sketchbook. That blank white scary page is all filled up, and all filled up with ideas and inspiration. Something that's good to return to from time to time if I find myself veering off in another direction.